My memory is insane.
What is a dolphin prawn? You guys would be pretty much nothing without us.
I came in at 16.50.
Broccoli! Get rid of the dad board. Do something with my life.
Good day, everyone, and welcome back to the Playground Politics. This is episode number 4, and today I'm joined by my partner in crime, my best mate, Ed. How are you today?
I'm magnificent. Now you've called me your best friend. Yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great.
Doing great.
Couldn't be better, honestly. But for those of you who are watching the YouTube channel right now, you'll see we are wearing our Blaze shirts, and that is in recognition of hockey being ruined. Thoughts on that one?
It makes us sound like we're celebrating. Recognition of hockey being ruined. Go us. Yay. Mate,
It says.
Don't make it sound so good. Hockey's ruined.
Oh, you want me to be sad?
I'm going to play sound music. This is, cue the sad music. This is like real dramatic. We'll get back soon. We'll
We'll be in it. We'll be fine.
Could you just turn around? What's on the back of your shirt for the YouTube listeners? So apparently these guys, they got to choose what goes on the back of their shirts. And if you see there, what have you got on there, Brayden?
Bot. Because I'm a bot.
B-O-T. I have Blaze Hockey Club because, I've played a solid 3 games for you guys. But so I'm on I'm on a rental shirt. But so I don't get anything fancy on my shirt.
You just get the hockey club. That's it.
Yep.
That's
about it.
So Ed, I see you've got 2 shirts hanging up there in the background. Do you want to explain what they are?
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are filming on Sunday night. The reason it is Sunday night is because Brayden wanted to film this afternoon, but the Pies were playing. And I know you're like, oh, it's home and away, Collingwood, oh, boo. It was versus Carlton. And if you verse Carlton, it's basically a grand final, basically. And also, it was an elimination final, basically. Like, we lose, our finals hopes are dead, and we're playing like crap anyway. But Carlton lose, and they're pretty much season over as well. So I was like, do or die. And Collingwood, slow start. We're down by 2 at quarter time, down by 8 at half time, something at 3/4 time. But that's okay, because at the end of the game, we won by 24. We came in clutch, and we had 21 blows because of the umpires and et cetera, et cetera. No, it was a fair game. But I've got the Collingwood jerseys. I've got the Collingwood scarf, because I'm on a high, mate, because our season's alive, and the Blue Baggers are done.
You sound pretty excited, Ed. You sound really excited and happy about this one.
I basically just had a Brayden's bollocking of my own. I'm very happy. Great start to the episode. It's not good. I've actually pissed off a Carlton fan big time, because there's this guy on Instagram. There's a guy on Instagram. He's a huge Collingwood guy, and his name's Swoop Luke. And he puts up hype videos and stuff like he's a legend, and he's a huge Collingwood guy, and he puts up these hype videos. Anyway, so I sent the hype videos and stuff to a couple of people, but then after the game, I won't play this on the podcast because there's a fair few expletives, but this guy gets real hyped, like he's all up and about, he's got his wine, this guy is balling, and I sent his story, and then he made a little song about beating Carlton just after the game, and I sent it to one of my mates who's a Carlton supporter, and I basically said, I'm sorry, after I sent it, because I had a bit of sorrow, and he goes, well, you're obviously beeping aren't. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry that we won. And he left me on red. You ended his whole career. I got him with the, I'm sorry that we won. And man's not happy. But, mate, I wouldn't be either of us, Carlton, because they were like, oh, we're going to make finals. Woohoo. Yeah, nah.
We're going to do it.
Yeah.
And then you get your hopes crushed by Collingwood.
That's it. Well, they still got a chance. But it's pretty hard now.
Slim chance.
Yeah, I've got so many saved videos and memes to my Instagram now because there's so many good content after that game from all salty supporters and stuff. It's beautiful. Anyway, off the footy, off the footy and stuff. Bit of ISO update. How are your board games going? Family board games.
So, for everyone who listened last week, I called my mum out for a tournament, and we decided to make it like a if you watch the NBA, how they have 7-game series in the playoffs, we made it like that. So we had a 7-game series of this board game, and I swept. It was 4-0, and Mum still wanted to play on, and the final score, I let her win 3 times in a row to make her feel good. But 4-3, I won, I swept. I'm insane at board games. And then I recently went to Eloise's house. For those who don't know, that's my girlfriend. I went to her house, and we were playing board games, and I still won. Barely, but I still won. I'm starting to feel like my hidden talent is video games. I mean board games.
Very good. I'll crown you now. You're the king of board games. It's official, mate. ISO legend. Off the board games then, how's your Minecraft going?
It's kind of sad. I mean, me and my friend have actually not been playing Minecraft a lot recently. We've been playing other games. We haven't been on the Minecraft grind recently, but for those of you who know Minecraft, we got netherite stuff. We got enchantments. I mean, level 30 enchantments. We're going pretty good. I mean, we're on track to defeat the Ender Dragon, but it just hasn't been hitting the same, you know. But I promise you guys, by the end of isolation, which is in 2 weeks, we will have defeated the Ender Dragon. That is a promise that I make. Depresso music. It's kind of sad. I mean, me and my friend.
You're not playing Fall Guys, are you?
No. I wish.
I got worried.
I'm an Xbox gamer, Ed.
Fair enough. Rightio. Big news, guys. Last week's episode, we had James on. We'll get to James later too. Big news. But we had James on for his I Bet, and we played some Post Malone songs. Now, it was risky. It was a risky duty because the likeliness of us getting copyright striked were very high in playing 5 Post Malone songs, not covered, nothing. They were just straight. Honestly, I thought we weren't going to be able to put it on YouTube. But anyway, that's irrelevant because we didn't get copyright striked. Hey!
It's lovely, but there's a but. On the sadder side of things, our apologies do go out to our Denmark listeners who weren't able to listen or view episode 3 due to Jackie Chan not being allowed due to copyright. All of our Denmark viewers, all of our apologies, we are so sorry about that.
We deeply apologize. Sincerely.
We are so sorry.
It's tragic news, and we didn't get copyright striked for it. I'll take that clear. It just means that because the song Jackie Chan, the rights, I don't know, I'm not into legal stuff. I just got a little notification when I went to upload it on YouTube saying that this video is blocked in Denmark due to Jackie Chan. But it is sad, and we do apologise to our 0 listeners in Denmark. But you'll be able to listen to this episode. You know what would be a stitcher? If when I'm editing this, we just chuck Jackie Chan in for like 5 seconds at the end after the outro and everything, and then they can't watch it. And then we'll wonder why we can't get anyone from Denmark. They'll be sitting there just waiting for Playground Politics episode 4, only to find out that
they're just waiting.
We chucked a cheeky Jackie Chan in there.
We pulled a sneaky one on them.
I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now you wanna kick it, Jackie Chan.
In all honesty, guys, we are kind of running out of segments, ideas. We're running out of segments to introduce. So here's one more we're trialing and adding to the arsenal, and we call this Meme Me.
Meme will look a little bit like this. Both Ed and I have a favorite meme from the week. We'll have a chat and then give it a rating out of 30. The person presenting the meme, however, cannot vote on their own meme.
The memes over time will go on a leaderboard to eventually land us a top tier, a godly meme.
The criteria are as follows. There's 3 categories, each a rating out of 10. Category 1 is topical. Is the meme topical to an event or the world in the past week?
Number 2, laughter. Does the meme make you laugh, or is it a complete dud?
3, point proven. Does the meme make the intended point in the way possible, or is it too simple or complicated? So for this week, Ed will kick us off by presenting his meme. So, Ed, what do you got for me, mate?
Rightio. So this one it's one of those text format ones. So you've got, and the receiver is dad in this case. So what we've got is, and I'll just point out the finer detail, the little sent. So like the messages in receiving box is 69. And it was sent on Friday, the 9th of June at 4:20 p.m. So he goes, the son goes, as soon as I hit 198 pounds, I'm gonna eat 2 pounds of nacho Slim Jims so I can be 1% nacho. Then the father carries on and says, the hell you are. You're still 100% my son and I forbid it. The son replies with 99% your son. And the father goes, what? So the son says, 1% nacho, son. That is the text meme. My case is as follows. My case is as follows. It's topical to the Dino Nuggies segment last week, to the question on Dino Nuggies, where we're asking about 99% Dino Nuggies, 1%. That's it.
Yeah.
That's our question, just in doubled format. I sourced this from Instagram. I can't give you the page. It's probably on heaps of meme pages. What is your input? What do you think, Brayden? Start with a bit of chat and then get into the criteria.
Okay, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was pretty funny. Yeah, it was good. It was a good meme. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't have what it takes to be godly, but it might be up there contending.
It's topical. That's points for
it
topic.
It is topical. That's so. Like, if I was to rate it, right, for topical, I'd probably give it like a 5 because of the Dino Nuggies. It's not a world thing. It's not a world thing.
But it's topical.
Oh, fine. I'll give it an 8 because Ed's going to cry.
To an event. In our episode last week, we literally talked about making your body percentage 1% of a food.
Oh, I forgot that. I'll change my mind. It's a 9. It's a 9 in the
Thank you.
Chill out.
Thank you.
Laughter. Laughter. I mean, I'm technically tearing up, so a 10 in the laughter. And yeah, and it gets to the point quick, possible, and simple. It's simple. It's simple, but not too simple. So like an 8.
I'll take that. Any bonus points for the 420? No bonus points. That comes in at laughter.
No.
But I do like the addition of the 69 and the 420. That's pretty smart. They've got cheap laughs. Cheap laughs. Rightio. So that is what have we got? We got a 27. Okay, that's huge to kick off.
Yeah, mine's not going to get that high. My memes are kind of stupid.
If anyone needs to protest the results of that, first of all, go to the YouTube version so you can actually see the meme itself. And then if you want to lodge a formal protest, send it to our Snapchat, play.politics. If it comes in on our Instagram DMs, we will not view it because we don't care. The formal protest must be lodged on Snapchat. And then we will look at the formal protests next episode. If you think that Brayden's ratings were too high or too low, we'll have a look at it. We'll review the viewers' input because we care about the viewers' input and listeners' input. This is our podcast, not just Brayden's.
Except the Instagram viewers.
This is more that. If you don't have Snapchat, we'll accept your Instagram DM. But you have to be following us and you have to have liked all our posts. I don't care.
You got to match the criteria.
I'm the big boy on this podcast. I make the final ruling. Right. What's your meme, Brayden?
It's not as good as yours, Ed, but I'll describe it to the viewers. No, Ed, I saw in this one. It has nothing. No. So, for the viewers at home, this is same as Ed's. It's a message, a send and receive message. And the receiver, I think the receiver would be John. I don't know what the other guy's name is, but we'll just call him Tim. So Tim says, nose. I just typed nose with my nose. Then John replies with heart. And then Tim replies with, what the frick? John, are you okay? John. Sorry. Let me explain. So, for everyone who doesn't know who I am a very childish person. Stuff like that makes me laugh pretty quickly. I mean, I got the mind of like a 10-year-old. And I saw this back when I first got Instagram, and I saw it again just today. I mean, relevance, topical, pretty topical because it's something I would do. Yeah, I would type nose with my nose. So it's pretty topical, Ed. I mean, I'd rate it high if I was myself.
Where's it sourced from?
Oh yeah, I sourced it off of Instagram. Saying it's probably on a ton of meme pages as well. So it's just Instagram.
Okay,
that's it.
That's all you got to say. That's all you're going to defend it with. That's it. You just
let
the meme talk. Let the meme talk.
I'll let the meme do the talking.
Criteria. Topical. I'm gonna have to give you. I'll give you a 1 for effort, but man, where's the topical? It's just a funny meme. I can't. Your defense on that was just redundant. There's no topic to it. I come in with something that's completely relevant to our last podcast, and you try and give me. I typed in nose with my nose.
Because I did.
You did. 1. Laughter. I'll give you a 10 because I did have a giggle, and I didn't quite understand it when I read it, but when you say it out loud, it just clicks. So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll give you a 10 for laughter. It's probably a cheap vote there. And then point proven. I don't know its point, but is it too super complicated? It's not complicated. And the adjustments of editing to, if you say it, they've blown out the words and stuff, like just to make you, yeah. I'll give you a 6.
Yes. Bonus points because I'm cute.
Yeah, it's a total of 17. So that concludes Meme Me for this week. We've had a very topical and very untopical meme. My man got a 27 out of 30. Brayden's got a 17 out of 30, which means if you look at the leaderboard for Meme Me, I'm winning with a godly tier of 27.
The viewers will change this.
The viewers will so change this. Also, if you think the criteria needs to be adjusted, we're happy to change the criteria because that's just a loose one. Like if you think one of those is just, we don't like that, send in something that, if you're a meme god, a meme reviewer, and there's something you'd look for, just let us know. We appreciate your input. But apart from that, I think that's Meme Me for the week.
We're introducing a new segment this week. This is Love Lessons with James. That's right. Last week's I Bet guest, James.
This segment will be a recurring segment with James himself joining us each week to host Love Lessons by James.
We welcome James for his introduction of his independent segment. James, hello, mate, and welcome to the podcast.
Lads, it's a pleasure, and I'm excited to host my own segment.
We're excited as you are, mate. But before we start, there'll probably be a few questions from the listeners. What actually qualifies you to give relationship advice, mate?
Well, I've had a couple of relationships in my lifetime, only the age of 17, and it just so happens that they've all gone downhill pretty rapidly.
Yep.
Which is why I am the perfect candidate for love lessons. I know the signs to look for.
Yes,
I
that's
know
right.
what to look for.
I think you're an expert, mate. I think you tick all our boxes, and I think we made the right choice here, Brayden, to bring him back like each week.
Oh, I think we're right. Oh.
Anyway, so how about we get straight to the theme song and get right into it?
Love's in the air whenever James is around.
Love is in the air, and James knows how to get around. And I know you'll hate me saying that,
But I only tell the truth.
and
This is that James.
He's here to give us love lessons.
Love's in the air.
Love lessons with James. Basically, what will happen here is James will introduce a topic in relation to dating or love advice.
He will then create multiple dot points and pieces of advice relating to this topic for you guys to use in everyday life to reel in that special someone.
James, get right into it, mate.
Sounds good, lads. This week's topic is the best snacks for Netflix dates. All right. Number one on my list is popcorn. You can't go wrong with popcorn. And if your partner does not like popcorn, then I think it's time to find someone else.
Hold up. That's a bit, so like you're saying, James, you're telling me, let's say I was on a date and we were watching Netflix and she didn't like popcorn. Just, that's it, done, over, relationship done.
That's it. Get out of here.
That's brutal.
Open the door,
Is
walk
there
out.
like a... Get out.
Popcorn is one of the most romantic foods. You think about it.
You can
You're just
throw it
sitting
in
there.
there.
You get that little bit of popcorn kernel in the corner of your teeth. You're sharing that toothpick out. One of the most romantic things you can do.
Sharing the toothpick. Well, one in
Dude,
each end. And then...
That's it.
Is there is there like a preferred flavor of popcorn we should be using?
You can use any popcorn, mate, just as long as it's not the popcorn brand pizza one. I tried that myself and it was horrible. I near threw up.
So, is it pre-popped popcorn, like those packets, or are they the microwave
any.
ones, or just popcorn?
You can make it yourself. You can buy it pre-popped. Anything. Popcorn goes well.
Is it more romantic if you get your popcorn maker or pan and you sit there and you pour the kernels in and pop them in front of your lady, like a romantic restaurant when they cut the meat?
Works.
That would be pretty good. I mean, you stand next to the pot and you slowly slice the butter and you just let it simmer for a bit and you tell all the kernels and like get the salt and you grind that salt in there. You know what I'm saying? You grind that in there. That'd be pretty hot.
Number 2 is Oreos. If you're bummed out with the popcorn, maybe didn't go too well, Oreos are your next best bet. The chocolate biscuit filled with cream, I tell you what, you are setting an expectation high at this point.
Well, I mean, I think that's pretty good. I mean, you can like split the Oreo, you know, so you gets the cream side, so you gets the dry side, you know, maybe you get that really lucky one where it rips, you know, and it like one's on, and they're both on the side. Or you can just do like a cute, like you like put it in one mouth, you share it, like really sweet and cute. I like that idea.
She always has to get the cream side though.
Yeah, if I don't get the cream side, it's not happening. I don't care. With that, James, so if I was to get Oreos, would I need a specific flavour, mate? Like, or is it just the originals?
Originals always go a long way, but the red velvet seems to be a bit of a romantic one, in my opinion.
They work. They worked for me this year, Valentine's Day.
Yeah, red velvet goes a long way.
It's got some Valentine action.
Do I?
Ooh.
Oh no, it's a long story. So just on Oreos, or is it a double stack, triple stack, like biscuit, cream, biscuit? What? How are you doing it? Or just singular, enjoying it, cracking half?
You can have extra creamy. You can go a family pack between two. It doesn't matter.
I mean, I eat a whole family pack for myself, so.
You fat
I literally have a empty family pack in my bin.
Lovely, lovely.
Who did you have over?
Just myself.
Proof that it doesn't work. Wait, does your brother walk in and go, "Oi, James, who did you have over? You got a family pack?" And go, "Nah, mate, just another failure."
No, my brother knows damn well I have no one over.
It's emotional.
Oh, gosh.
If you hit it off well with the Oreos, the third snack for Netflix dates is Pringles. Any flavour, doesn't matter. My personal favourite is salt and vinegar.
That's a good flavour, but like, I feel like Pringles, if you're going to do Pringles, you know, to spice up the date, you've got to get a lot of flavours and then you stack them on each other and see who comes up with the best one. So that's a fun, quirky way to like laugh with it. You got to have giggles and stuff. You know where I'm
That is a
coming
bit of a
You
different
guys might
one.
understand
Have you
that.
guys seen the one
This is
that's
why I
like a
love you.
mystery can? It's a mystery can of Pringles.
Yeah.
You buy it, you open it up, and there's a mystery flavour. I reckon that'd be a good one to bring to a Netflix date.
But then you spend the whole movie trying to work out what flavour it is and you miss the punchline.
That's a good point you make there,
Ed,
though.
Stop.
You're not in it for the movie? If I have a girl over and watching Netflix,
I don't
I'm
watch
concentrating on Netflix.
the movie, dude.
I'm concentrating on the movie. She can
No,
piss
that's
off if
why
she won't
Netflix
let me
no
watch
one-
the
You're
movie.
still watching.
All
Who
the way to the
concentrates
credits.
on the movie?
All the way to the credits. And then you get the little bit at
No.
the end after the credits with the little surprise. And the happy
That's
Well, I was
only
trying-
Marvel
legit.
movies.
I was trying to watch a movie with Eloise last night. She fell asleep. So what am I supposed to do? Watch it by myself? I just went on my
Yes.
phone.
You know
Why?
where you went wrong, Brayden? You know where you went wrong?
What?
You didn't have Pringles.
I didn't have Pringles.
If she was
No.
18,
You know,
if she was eating, she wouldn't have fallen asleep because she would have been preoccupied. You idiot.
Exactly.
she was full. She was like full.
From
I
what?
don't know.
Actually, don't answer that question. Move on.
She had dinner, bro. We had KFC for dinner.
Well, health. I don't think that's on
Pretty
James's
healthy
list.
stuff.
Unless it's number 5 or 4, but I don't think it's on his list.
All right.
Bro, don't do
Now,
that.
by
We'll
this
get
point, you're probably
demonetized.
thinking,
Sorry, James. Go on.
no, you're right, mate. Now, by this point, you're probably thinking, but James, is there any healthy options? The answer is yes. The best snack for a Netflix date that also sets the mood a bit is definitely
Okay.
strawberries.
Strawberries. Yeah, sure. Healthy option. I like it.
Classic. It's a classic.
Classic. Is it just the OG strawberry? Or are you like dipping it in some milk chocolate, white chocolate, dark chocolate? What are we thinking?
Well, the
What are we thinking?
strawberries in this list is the only healthy option here I've got. So
why
probably
isn't it
without the
healthy?
chocolate dip,
Why does it need to be healthy?
just the strawberries by themselves.
Are you like showing her that you're vegan or something? Like, why does it need to be healthy?
Oh, no.
So,
It's just everyone likes a healthy option. Just for those
no,
people
no
that
one likes
kinda
the healthy option.
feel like they're doing the right thing in life.
Yeah, but your girlfriend's with you because of you, not because you eat strawberries on dates. She's with you because
Yeah.
you eat Oreos on dates.
I don't know, man. Strawberries are a pretty
And you want that
romantic
dad
food, if
bod.
you ask me.
Well, it depends on how you eat them. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so if we
Each of you
You're
take
sharing
a
them.
strawberry and you take in turns placing it into each other's mouths.
Or
Now,
just
when you
one
think
strawberry.
about that,
see,
Yeah.
that would be awkward because that would be awkward. And what if like I got a bite and I nip her finger or something? What then? That ruins the whole mood.
then you're doing strawberries wrong.
All right. Well, moving on. So, are we going to be pre-cutting these strawberries, or we just bite and bin them? Well, what are we doing with them? What are we doing?
Well, if you have the time in your day, pre-cut strawberries. Just shows your girl that, or guy, or whoever your spouse is, that you have the time and day to take care of them, to look after them, to take care of the strawberries.
To treat the strawberries. I like
To treat, the strawberries and your partner with respect.
How are you cutting them? Are you cutting like the green stem off and then slicing them in half, or just the stem, leave it? What are you thinking? Or like the straw through the middle and pull it out?
You can do either of those options, but my personal favourite is to splade them. It's where you slice it finely and it spreads out like a fan. Always goes well.
Romantic. But then that limits your options.
What do you mean by that?
Well, how are you meant to do the little shares and stuff if they're slated? There's not enough strawberry. You're like crushing it in your fingers. Yeah, got ya! Bingo!
Oh,
Got him.
oh, he doesn't get love advice now.
Yeah.
No,
Your segment is sacked.
I'll see you later then.
Oh, Scott.
We need content. Come back.
We need you.
Content, I'll give you content.
Good. What's next?
All right, last but not least, we have chocolate. Now, this can be a difficult one because there are so many different types. But if you know your partner well enough, you should know what their favourite chocolate is.
That's a good point.
That's a very good point.
What?
It's a good, but like, let's say it's a first date, James. I'm going to just throw this one at you. If it's a first date and you want to get him chocolate, what chocolate are you going to get him then?
If it's a first date,
Don't go
chocolate on a first date. Because if it's a first date, you don't know them well enough. You don't know if they're, gluten or lactose intolerant yet. So probably on a first date, the strawberries are probably your best bet.
But what if they're strawberryist and they don't like strawberries?
Oh,
Then it's time to find someone else. I'm sorry.
Oreos are vegan as well, so you could bring the Oreos in just in case.
If Oreos are vegan, bring them along.
wow,
Bring
Oreos
in the
vegan.
Oreos.
Oreos are vegan. I can clarify that.
I could be vegan.
I honestly didn't know that. Oreos are vegan.
We'll get to that next week when we find out our Oreos vegan. It'll give us a solid 5 minutes of content. Stay tuned. So have you got any personal preference to chocolate then? Well, what's your preference?
Personal preference, it's a newer one by Cadbury. Maybe not that new, but it is one of their newer ones. The caramel chocolate. It goes well.
Oh, I haven't tried that yet, but it looks good.
You have to get something when you got Brayden.
All right, Woolies is just up the road, mate.
Chocolate and caramel mixed together. It's perfect.
Oh, dude, now I'm hungry.
Yeah. So if this is
That's
how
good.
it makes you feel, Brayden, imagine how it makes your girlfriend feel.
Jeez, she would love it. If I was to get chocolate, would I have to get like a block or boxes or just little bars? Like what type?
Oh, probably a block, because you can break it up if you want. Like the boxes or the bars, they do come individual, but the block, it's more intimate, in my opinion. Something you can do together. Break it up,
So it's sharing a bar. You put one in one mouth and the other in the
That's a good point. It works with bars.
That sounded better in my head.
Are we talking about the big bars, or are we talking about the little fun size bars?
Not the fun size. That's too straight to the point. You actually need to enjoy the chocolate. I don't like chocolate.
That's like that just reminds me of like a year 6 party. That sucks.
Favorites.
That's terrible. Oh my god! All right,
ladies out there, hit me up and I'll bring you a box of favorites.
Because
you're my favorite.
That's a
I won't
promise.
eat any.
Just stop. Ed, you better stop right now.
I only like you.
Ed,
I don't like
this
the
is
chocolate.
why we had to get the love coach in here. This is why James had to coach you about dating. Come on.
Amazing.
This is why I'm here.
All
This
right.
is what I'm for.
Jeez. So, James, the final question I have is, can you go wrong with the chocolates?
The only way you can go wrong with chocolate is if they're allergic. On the one hand, you can have someone that loves you because you got them chocolate. On the other hand, you have a dead body.
James, that was a lot of fun, lots of love, really good segment. We thank you a lot for coming on, though, and we do look forward to next week's installment of Love Lessons by James.
It's always a pleasure, lads. I'll catch you later.
We are back with Q&A with the lads, finishing it off this week. We've got, what have we got? We've got 6 questions that you guys have sent through. We'll try our best to answer them. And the first one is, Brayden, if you could have one animal as a pet, what would it be?
That's easy for me. I've always wanted a turtle as a pet, like a mini. I don't know if they exist, but like a mini tortoise. You get a really small tortoise, you know, like because like a turtle with flippers that would suck. But I want like a little mini tortoise. You know how cute that thing would be? You know how much of a vibe that would be, Ed? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I get what you're saying, but how many? Just one or multiple?
No, just one you can bond with, and I'll name it like Franklin or something, you know, like something cool, like a cool name.
Isn't that a TV show? Franklin?
Yeah, exactly. That's where I go from.
Yeah. Oh, geez, that's copyright claim.
It's not really. What would you have a pet then?
I'd probably have a pet snail.
Oh, and you're laughing at me for wanting a turtle.
Purely because then I wouldn't have to do anything. If I get bored of it, I can throw it at a wall.
Hey, I thought you were going to say something like release it into my flower garden. That is... Oh, my God.
What has this podcast turned into?
That is terrible, Ed.
All you vegans out there, don't come at me.
Vegan.
Or you animal activists. Sure, you did that as a kid. You threw the turtles at the wall and stuff. Not the turtles, the snails.
No.
The snails at the wall. Yeah, they're like
I remember one time in New Zealand, I got 3 pet snails and I looked after them for 3 days until they escaped.
Well, that was bad keeping, wasn't it?
No, I made a little rock circle and they stayed in it for 3 days and then they escaped. Don't know how they escaped. They just did.
Because it took them 3 days to get the speed up to escape.
But I was feeding them like grass. So like...
Oh, that's a good
All right,
one.
we're moving on. We got another question. How are your days going?
I know who this is from. And my day's going crap because I just had to can a segment in editing because of you. You know who you are, who sent this in. And you just came on to do a segment, but it was so bad it didn't even make the cut for this episode. So you should be ashamed, and you've ruined my day. You know who you are. How about you, Brayden?
No, my day's been good. You know, I woke up this morning, had Milo cereal, made cloud bread, annoyed my sister, made a TikTok. That's about it. Now I'm sitting here making a podcast with Ed during my school time. So, you know, it's going good. It's going great.
I'm meant to be in food tech. Yeah.
I was meant to be in maths, but Mum, if you're listening to this, don't worry. I got my work done.
Of course your mum's listening to it. We get 2 listeners, both our mums.
Bro, she listens in the car. She picks me up in the car and she's listening. And then as soon as remember when last week I had a go at her during Brayden's bollocking? I was like shouting, calling her out and stuff. Bro, I swear to God, we pull over. She was so mad at me. She was so mad.
Brayden's mum, we appreciate your listening. Thank you. Third question. Oh, this isn't a Q&A. I think this is a pickup line that just got chucked in here. You know who you are that sent it in, and you sent it in inappropriately, so I have to edit it a bit. So it is Brayden. We'll address it as Brayden. Brayden, are you a squirrel? Because I want to give you my pineapples.
I know who this is as well.
And you all know how that ended, but I'm not going to say it on the podcast.
We'll get demonetized in a second.
Moving on. There's no question to that.
The internet goes out for a week. What do you do for the 7 days?
It'll get me out of a podcast for the week. So that's a good
Oh, gee, okay.
Actually, no, technically it wouldn't because we'd just be able to do it over voice call. Ooh, stitched up. Damn it. So I'd do the podcast, and then school would probably send out a care package with the work, so I wouldn't get away with it. Else I'd just go outside because there is a world outside. We don't have to use the internet for everything. And the telly's still on anyway, so there's still sport and everything.
God, who wants to go outside during these times? Jeez.
What about you then?
I'll just use my mobile data. No, come back. Come back. No, I just Ed, come back. It's true.
This has gone from the best podcast last night to the worst episode we've had because of today.
Daniel's fault.
It's all, Daniel, if you're listening, it is all your fault. Done. Said it. Bang.
Bang.
Never coming
We
back.
got beef with Daniel. We got beef with Daniel.
Actually, he'll have to come back because we need content.
Yeah, we need another Daniel, we love you. We don't mean it.
Mate. We don't mean not one bit of it. What's the next question, bro?
This is controversial. It might throw our viewers might be a bit, controversial over this one. But Ed, pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yes.
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 I agree. My favorite pizza is Hawaiian pizza from the Forge.
Exactly. Or
And it's
barbecue
really
chicken
good.
with a bit of pineapple. So,
It's really good.
exactly. If you guys don't like pineapple on pizza, stop listening. Actually, no, keep on listening because probably half the listeners don't like it.
Just skip through.
Skip through. Pineapple belongs on pizza. It has its
so
place.
good.
It has its
It's like
place.
savory than sweet. You bite into it and it like gives you that savory
Correct.
sweet sensation.
That's it. Like, I'm not saying put it on every pizza. Like, I wouldn't put it
No.
on a meat lovers, but I'm saying it has its
No.
place on a Hawaiian or it has its place on a Queenslander. It has its place.
Yeah. Exactly.
Final question for this week. If you're still listening to the podcast, congratulations for making it this far. The
You don't
question
get a
is,
prize.
the question is, when you pass away, which you probably have after listening to this podcast, who do you want to write your biography? Because we all know we're both going to have biographies because we're famous. Who do you want to write your biography, Brayden?
I mean, if we think about it, it's going to be a pretty long biography, so it's going to have to be good because I'm going to play for Australia, be a famous gamer, do some acting with Ed, singing. I'll be a scientist, probably have to get, I don't know, actually. I don't know any authors, so I'm just going to, actually I do, I'm just going to say Roald Dahl because he's like the only author I know.
Duh.
Yeah, and then you can get his illustrator to draw cute pictures of me.
So what's the title of this biography by Roald Dahl on Brayden?
Brayden,
It's
the
just called
best
Brayden.
person on the planet. No one compares to how good he is.
Jeez, he's humble.
No.
Oh, right.
What about you, Ed?
Oh,
Who's
me?
writing your biography?
I was going to get you to write it, actually. You'd be a pretty good author, I think.
Yeah, I'll just pass it on to Roald Dahl.
But if you've
Right.
already passed away, then I'll give it to our mate Spencer because he's a wise guy.
Yes.
This is wise. Spencer
Actually,
would be
yeah.
he could,
I just want to annoy Spencer, so I'll give him mine as well, so he has to write 2 biographies.
and my title would be Edward, written by Spencer. Because we
Edward,
need to give him some
The
shout
second best person on the planet.
out. Ouch.
What?
Just because you're on the left side of my screen, just because you're in the power position,
Yeah,
doesn't
I
mean
am
you're
in the
best
power
in the
position.
world. Doesn't mean anything. I'm
It does.
offended. Jeez.
So, and then everyone else can come after us. If someone else writes biography, you can be like, Stephen, average person.
I think that'll do it for this week. we have botched this episode big time. We've gone from, what did we have last week? 33 minutes, and I think we've clocked 50 minutes this week, and we're going to have to cut stuff, luckily.
Daniel's segment's getting cut.
It is. You guys won't hear Daniel's segment because it is cut. And it won't even, we cut another segment. I'm not going to tell you what it is, else it will ruin the surprise for when it appears, and we can't just put it in somewhere. We did cut another segment this week, but now it's in the arsenal to use if we don't have footage one week. But Daniel's is just going in the trash bin. It is not even going in the arsenal. Let's be
Doesn't
honest.
exist.
We never did it. For the record, Just never happened. Daniel,
Dan,
if you're still
we're calling
listening,
you out.
exactly. If you're still listening, pick up your pickup line game and give us better content next week.
No wonder you're
disappointed.
single.
Disappointed. Is he single?
I don't know.
Yeah. So Dan, come tune in next week to find out if Daniel's single or not.
Yeah.
Or spam the Q&A with the spam our Instagram and Snapchat saying Q&A question. Is Daniel single? Is Daniel? Just spam it and then he has to answer. This is like, we'll peer pressure him.
Exactly. We'll get him on here. We'll play good cop, bad cop.
Anyway, yeah, I think that'll do for this week. Thank you for listening. Thank you for putting up with us. Tune in next week and I'll pass over to Brayden to finish us off.
Yeah. Thank you for listening. If you're a new listener, go check out our Instagram, playground.politics, and go check out our YouTube if you want to see the video version of the podcast, The Playground Politics. And yeah, I'll sign it off from there. Ed, you got anything else to say? Adios. Yes, I'm cool because I used Spanish words.